The Howard Stern Show.
I think it was Joe who said, and I don't know that that you talk about it a lot, and maybe it's not even true, but that you suffered from OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and that can be debilitating too. Do you think in a way the drugs were a release from that? It makes you forget all the rituals of OCD?
I don't think I'm OCD. I have rituals. I floss my teeth and wash my face and tell my girlfriend I love her and always told my wife I loved her before I went to bed.
Right.
And I do certain things a certain way. My ear hears notes in tune because my father went to Juilliard and I play the piano. I can't get around that. So when they're playing guitar and they're out, or Brad's taking the lead when Joe is, I got to say something.
Of course.
So I don't know how to not say that.
Right.
And I'm not OCD. I think what Joe was saying was I have LSD. Lead singer disorder.
Right.
But guess what?
What?
It's never the lead singer. That's a good place to blame because he's the only one that people are looking at.
But the lead
singer.
singer.
And the band gets jealous. The whole audience is staring at that fucking big lip lead singer.
That's right.
And who doesn't get jealous at that?
Right.
You know?
You're absolutely right. I believe that.
And I would tell those guys day in and day out, first it started where you're not saying anything to the audience because I was on blow and I'm not like I am today.
Right.
Give me a room to work and I'm there. I'll do it for free. I love that. I grew into this, but I would be nothing without that band. I just want everybody listening to know that. I would be nothing without Joe Perry. I would be nothing without Brad Whitford, Tom Hamilton, Joey Kramer. I love them to death, and none of us, Joey wouldn't be selling his coffee if it wasn't for this band.
Right.
Joe wouldn't be whatever he's doing if it wasn't for this band.
It's true, but yet they are mad at you right now. You're put. We're going to listen to some music. We're going to talk about country music and all that. And I know you're a very creative person, and you probably just needed to go do a project on your own. But you do stuff, you don't sit there and consult those guys. You decide to do what you want to do. Steven does what he wants to do. Those guys have to be so pissed right now, right? Because they want to be on tour with Aerosmith. They want you to themselves. They want you exclusively in Aerosmith. They're angry that you've released this new music, right?
Right.
Have you heard from anyone?
I've heard from Joey. He said a couple things he heard on the internet.
Did he like it?
No, it was something like I'm quitting Aerosmith to do country, which is the dumbest thing on the planet. I would never leave Aerosmith. I would rather go on tour with Aerosmith. It's two things I love to do is be with my family. Like, Christmas, I was down in the snow with Milo yesterday, throwing snowballs. Without family, we're nothing.
Right.
And my team, I got Rebecca and Larry.
You're talking about your assistant, you're this, you're that, all this stuff.
And
people
Amy
are good to you.
And Shug. I've got people that are such go-getters that before I go to bed at night, I'm giving marching orders about the next day.
Don't you think?
I love that. I live for that. And you know what? Those guys are angry at me, and I should be so fucking angry back. Going, what the fuck's wrong? But you know what? I'm not gonna fight fire with fire.
Why are they angry with you? Because you're expressing yourself personally?
The fire department puts fire out with water.
Right.
So I'm gonna love them to death. Let them think what they think. I think they're angry that I'm being successful with this. The first single was good. Do I care to make $1 million on a record? No. All I got is a song I write with a bunch of people that we leave there and I go, this is a living, breathing entity that's going to make people feel happy.
Why couldn't you give that song to Aerosmith and put out an album with them?
I did it for 40 years.
So you wanted just a change.
I've already done that.
Right.
I've started to write songs for my solo record and wound up people going, you got another Aerosmith record and we're going in next month. And I would say, all right, I'm going to give the songs I'm saving.
Right.
And do it with Aerosmith. And Joe's done it. I've never done a solo project. I just thought.
Is that true?
Never.
Wow. Yeah,
Ever.
Why not do it once in your life?
Joe's done, 6 records?
Yeah.
Brad's done 2? And now they're angry at me for doing a solo record? Wait a minute.
Well, you make a good point. I mean, sometimes you just need that release. You need something new in your life, and you hope that your bandmates would understand it. Did you sit them down and try to explain to them and say, look, this is something I need to do. I'm not abandoning you guys. We're going to go back out on tour.
I said that.
You said all of that.
Said all of it, twice.
And yet they're threatened by it. In a sense, you're like the beautiful girl in the room.
Well, you know what? I'm doing a solo record. What Aerosmith's done for 40 years, you do a record and you got to go on tour.
Right.
Plus, I got Janie's Fund and getting that started.
They feel you're too busy for Aerosmith.
And I'm going on tour with Loving Mary. I'm going to play a couple of shows with the band. So